Welcome to Coffee Talk this Rocktober with Emidio Vaz, administrator for the Rock Scene Hit Parader, and a ISSA sing and songwriter, DJ of the Year, and fellow rocker who inspired me to start a radio station of indie music that rocks the nation, a sensation of original music, of inspiration. Also, he hosted my Rock Fest and had his own. So tell us about yourself and the audience, a little bit about yourself, how you got into radio and your rock shows.
First of all, thanks for the introduction. Much appreciated. The reason I got into, well, I've always been a rock and roll connoisseur. And when the opportunity arose from actually Digital Revolution Radio reached out to me because at that particular time I was writing for Music Universe, Music Star Universe out of Chicago. So they approached me. I told them I'd think about it. I did. And I told them, yes, I'd be willing to take the challenge on. And here I am since 2011.
Fantastic. And what are you moving forward with this? What new stations are you going to have? Any rock revival?
In terms of new stations, yeah, there's one that's been approaching me for a bit now. I don't know, probably this last 6 months. They're called Static Static CH Rocks on the net. Of course, everything's on the net. This is going to be it's the new wave of the future is the podcasts and music DJs on the net. The FM stations and all that. They're they're taking a fall because of so much, commercialism and that sort of thing. So people want to hear music, and if you do promote it and all that, to keep it to a minimum, not where commercials are overpowering the music in so-called rock stations.
Well, this new indie wave is taking, a storm with new recording studios on your phone and apps and everything, and people are designing their own music with MIDI files and stuff like that. Where do you think that's going to be going?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like a doggy eat dog world out there because you got very talented musicians, and then you have the not so talented musicians who think they're talented, and they promote their material on social media. So it's a thing that's, you got to cipher through. You got to see what fits your criteria if you're, holding a music station or radio station or whatever, or different genres of music. But yeah, it's here and it's here to stay. I find it very hard to see FM stations moving up the dial, so to speak, in comparison with online DJs now.
Oh, fantastic. What where can the listeners hear your music now, currently?
I got I spin rockabilly, I spin hard rock, I spin metal, I spin blues. Anything that's got a nice beat and fits the criteria of my radio, I will promote it. So that can be. I don't spin country. I just never gotten into country, or pop. There might be a pop or two tracks that slip through the cracks, but not very often. So basically, it's hard rock, metal, and blues. And when I say blues, that goes for gospel kind of thing, and even Motown, because I do enjoy Motown. But sorry to say, no country.
Where can the listeners hear your music? Your
I'm
genre?
still, John. I'm still on Mixlr.com. Emidio's Rock Dan on there, and I've been on there for I don't know. I can't even remember how long. But yeah, it's my own show, and to be quite honest, with all the work that takes place in the background, I'm gonna do one more year of this, and then yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna hang up the microphone, so to speak.
So you're going to retire from the radio? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm
Well,
saying.
that
Yes.
is big news for Emidio Vaz from the Rock Den. He's going to hang up his shoes and hang up his mic. And what's your plans from there?
Well, I'll still carry the rock zine on the hit parader, and actually, I got two very sexy ladies that work hip parader, one in Vegas, one out in the Carolinas, and then of course I got two other very knowledgeable rock brothers that also are, that have been hired by a hit parader. So I'm going to keep that open. And in terms of holding indie rock revivals, yeah, I might do one per year, but it's you got to be careful with it. You don't want to lose money, and that does happen. So I don't know. Definitely the magazine's going to keep me busy. And again, I still got a year to go through, the radio thing, and then let's see if I promote any more concerts.
That'd be cool. You played at one of my rock fest, and that was ongoing for 10 years. I had one annually, and I brought a bunch of local talented musicians from the local area and abroad, and they played some indie music. So I did some interviews with some of the local artists recently on the Plug and Play Productions channel, and I was just wondering, wouldn't that be interesting if Emidio Vaz can start a Zoom cast for the rock scene with the big with these ladies helping you in Las Vegas and in parts of the states, and you interview them that hosted on your hit parader. Some big names out there.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually in the making. We actually had a discussion just before I left on holidays. But yeah, that's in the making. That's certainly going to take place. And I, for one, appreciate what you've done with local talent out your way, John, holding those 10 years of Indie Rock Fest down there and helping a lot of local artists, a lot of local talent. And yeah, I know you're very active in this. And I, for one, appreciate what you're doing and hopefully you keep at it.
Well, my idea is to do this online, to record local talent and have a bunch of them all at timed and synchronized at different times. That when one finishes, you go to the next one, and I'd be collaborating with the bands, and wouldn't that be interesting?
I think that's very interesting.
Each part of the town, we have a cameraman. We're doing one at Emilio's house. There's a band playing in your backyard, and I'd host it from here and then say, okay, Emilio's backyard. We got Emilio's backyard, and we got the band, backyard band kind of thing.
Yeah, that sounds good. It's a watered down version of Live Aid. So when one finishes, you go to another place. Yeah, very
Watered down
watered down.
version. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, but just for fun and expressing joy to the music and collaborating with the indie individuals that express their music through worldwide, through the internet, through Zoom.
Yeah, I agree totally, John. And again, the talent out there, it's an abundance of talent. And whoever made the statement, rock is dead, ought to really get their head examined because rock and roll is doing fine, thank you, and it's here to stay.
Yes, Gene Simmons quoted that, if I'm not correct.
Yeah, you're correct.
Make
I didn't
enough
want to mention any names, but thank you for doing so.
So all the money and proceeds are donated to Gene Simmons from My Plug and Play Productions. So they're still rolling in right now. They're going directly to his account to Gene Simmons because rock is dead. So we're gonna
Yeah,
have a rock
yeah,
revival concert for Gene Simmons.
yeah.
Hopefully,
Hang in
have him
there,
on my
Gene.
show one day. You know what I mean? Because I'm sending all his money his way. Here you go.
Sure.
Here
Hang
you
in there,
go.
Gene. The
Gene,
check's in the mail.
the checks in the mail. Don't hold your breath. But all in all, I thank you for having me over at your house. Last year, I believe, or 2 years ago,
2 years ago now, John.
2 years ago, I slipped my mind through COVID. I came
Yeah.
by, I came by to award you a trophy, and for your ISSA Singers Writers Association. I don't know if you have that close by. You can show the audience.
No, I don't. But if you had
Uh,
asked me earlier, I would have had it handy.
Yeah, everything's got to be propped up, and well, you can see it on the other. I guess I have it on other channels that I that have you and Paulie D and other radio hosts from
Oh,
York. Who else do we have on there? That was fun times trying to get three radio stations, three different areas with three songs and three artists
Yeah, yeah.
from coast to coast. Uh, didn't go nowhere.
Well, that was fun. I mean, we did try to make it work out. I guess the one big road stop there was Paulie D because he was going through or trying to get some operation done, and I haven't heard from him since. Hopefully, that operation went well. I think it was due to his stomach or something.
Yeah, he's doing well now. We tried to make that three-peat Thursdays work, but it didn't go. That was my idea. I have three artists, three songs, playing on three different radio stations, and we'd have to interview them Zoom call eventually, each and every artist down the road.
Well, I might still take place, John. I mean, never say never kind of thing.
I'm ready to
So,
go. I'm ready to go. Three-peat Thursday.
yeah.
I still have the some of the clips, some of the reels that we can still do it. So whenever you guys are ready, or somebody else will get on board with this, and we can try and do this, and perhaps do the recordings coast to coast, like we're doing
Yeah,
now.
and I mean, it doesn't have to be with Paulie D, of course, because I'm still he must still be recuperating from that long operation he had. So yeah, somebody else, perhaps even a female. I don't know.
That would be good. Leaving it at that, I thank you for having me inspired by radio, a radio show, and now a podcast, uh, YouTube channel, and hopefully this will lead to many more things to come.
I'm sure it will, John. And thank you for having me on.
Thanks for coming, and please subscribe, add me, and press that notification button if you want to hear more from Plug and Play Productions. And thanks for having you here today on what's the date today? The 19th of
The
October.
19th of October.
Shocktober, Rocktober,
October.
Emidio Vaz on Plug and Play Productions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Till next time. Ciao.
Pleasure. We'll have you on here again. We'll do an update and about your new radio station. How's that?
Sounds cool. Yeah, sounds good.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. Till next time.
Baby. Stealing your lines.